So I recently purchased my very first Secretlab chair, the newer Titan EVO 2022 version. I'm gonna let y'all in on the unboxing and build experience that Secretlab has to offer, as well as give y'all a few of my thoughts on this new chair. Keep it right here. So this is the first time that I've ever purchased anything from Secretlab. And one of the things that I kept hearing on YouTube and even some of the reviews is that the unboxing experience of anything from Secretlab is unlike anything that you've ever experienced before. So we're fixing to find out what exactly that's all about. So this is one of the first things that you're greeted by when you open the box for the Secretlab chairs is this huge printout of step-by-step instructions on how to put this chair together. And here's another awesome thing. I didn't want to forget pointing this out, but there's actually a QR code that you can scan and it will show you an assembly video to make it even easier to put this chair together. Here's your nice soft plush neck pillow or head pillow or whatever you want to call it that is. Magnetic, another thing that changed from the 2020 chairs to these new 2022 Titan EVO chairs. Magnetic neck pillow and head pillow. Seems nice and soft. Another thing that I was actually quite excited about is the armrest for these new 2022 chairs is they are actually another thing that is magnetic so that you can also upgrade them, change them out if you've worn your old ones out, which actually is really cool because sometimes these things can wear out easily. And again, speaking to the unboxing experience, look at this. They're all individually packed. It's all nicely put together so it's not falling apart inside the box and getting jacked up. Look at how nice that is. And then the next thing we're greeted by is the accessory box, which looks like it contains the wheels, the magnetic pieces that go on the side to hide the screws, as well as the levers for the actual chair once you get it put together. Every single one of Secretlab chairs come with this custom-made toolkit for putting their chairs together. And something else that I thought was really cool is that all of the bases already come pre-installed with the handles already on the base of the chair, so you're not having to futz around with that. So as you all just saw, that was a pretty painless experience, except for just one part when putting this chair together, which I'll get into later. Real quick, I wanna give y'all just a few of my thoughts on this chair. The first thing that I wanna talk about is the unboxing and setup experience. One thing that you will hear a ton about if you do any research on Secretlab chairs, or if you watch any additional YouTube videos, is the unboxing experience. And I will say that Secretlab does not let you down in that area. One thing that kept coming to mind while I was unboxing the chair and setting it up was how similar it felt to unboxing an Apple product. Now, is it exactly the same? No, because with Apple, it's a lot simpler and more streamlined as you're generally not putting anything together. But all in all, Secretlab's unboxing and setup experience is very similar. Everything from the step-by-step instructions and that huge printout that literally walks you through everything when putting this chair together. And if that printout isn't enough, as I said earlier, there's a QR code that you can scan and it will literally show you a video on exactly how to put the chair together. Now, the setup time for me was quite a bit longer considering I had to set up a camera and film every single step that I was doing. But I would say when putting this chair together, it shouldn't take you any longer than 20 to 30 minutes. Now, back to the one part that was a little bit frustrating when putting this chair together. When taking the top portion of the chair and trying to slide it into the bracket slots on the bottom portion of the chair, things weren't lining up exactly, and it took me a little bit of time and messing around with it to get it to line up exactly right to where I could fit the screws in. And even still, after messing around with it for a little bit, it's not exactly lined up 100%. All in all, that's not something I'm worried about because it's off by like this much, so it's not something I'm gonna stress about. And realistically, if you were looking at the chair and you weren't getting into the finite details of it, you wouldn't notice. When it comes to Secretlab, you've got 3 choices of the types of material that you can get your chair in. You can opt for the extremely expensive real leather version of the chair. The cheapest version is the one that I decided to go with, which is the Neo Hybrid Leatherette. The next step up from that is going to be the plush fabric soft weave, which is generally going to cost you around $30 more than the Neo Hybrid Leatherette. So for me personally, the reason why I decided to go with the Leatherette is because 1, it was cheaper, and 2, I've got dogs. The Leatherette I pictured to be much easier to wipe off any dust, dirt, or even dog hair, which I experience a lot with my dogs. They shed a ton. And that has definitely been the case. The Leatherette has been much easier to just be able to wipe off, and I'm not having to vacuum it every couple of days because my dog hair is sticking to it. One thing I will say though is that you must take into consideration what you are getting the chair for. For me, I'm using it for my makeshift home office and YouTube studio. I have noticed so far with this chair is it will get warm on you. For me, I took that into consideration when I was purchasing the chair, and I have a sit-stand desk, so anytime this chair does start to heat up and get warm, I just stand up for 10 to 15 minutes, let it cool down, and continue working. If you're buying this for an office and you don't have a sit-stand desk, or if you're buying it as a traditional gaming chair and you're gonna be doing long hours of gaming, this chair might be a little too warm for you, and you might wanna consider looking into the soft weave fabric. The style I decided to go with is the Stealth version Leatherette. The black and gold I thought went really well with the rest of my desk. Now let's get on to the sizing of the chairs. Secretlab has 3 sizes. You've got small, regular, which is the size that I went with, and extra large. The sizing chart was something I struggled with a ton before I decided to make my purchase. I am just under 5'11" and I'm 245 pounds. And one thing I kept battling back and forth with before I made my purchase was, do I go with the regular size or do I go with the XL version? Because I kept thinking to myself, realistically, let's just say it, was my ass gonna be too big for the regular size chair? And was the width of my shoulders gonna be too much for the curve that happens on the side of the chair? I finally decided to go with the regular version, and I will say that I fit perfectly in this regular chair. So why did I decide to go with the Secretlab gaming chair instead of some office chair or an ergonomical office chair? There's 2 things. One is the price. Realistically, when it comes to the gaming chair category, Secretlab is one of the top of the line chairs that you can buy. There's some other chairs out there, but Secretlab really has that market cornered. It's comfy, comes with a lot of adjustable options for a gaming chair, and even this Neo Leatherette is quite plush and luxurious. When it comes to top of the line ergonomical chairs like Herman Miller, you are going to be spending $1,000 and above, sometimes $1,500 to get some of their best chairs. And for me, That's just too much damn money. And then the second thing is adjustability. Those ergonomical chairs, you can literally go up and down, side to side, swerve this, swerve that, adjust this, adjust that. And for me personally, I just don't need all that. You can go at a tilt, you can lean the back of this chair all the way to laying down position. And Secretlab is generally one of the only gaming chairs that offers 4-way adjustability when it comes to their armrests. One other thing I will say about the adjustable 4-way armrests that you get with these Secretlab chairs is they can be just a slight bit noisy. Can you guys hear that? For me personally, it hasn't been that big of a deal, but it might be a deal breaker for some of y'all. The other cool thing about Secretlab is its lumbar support. A lot of gaming chairs will either just give you some sort of cheap strapped pillow that you can put around as a lumbar support, which really doesn't work all that well, or a lot of gaming chairs you can only adjust the lumbar support in or out. With Secretlab's chair, not only can you do in and out, you can also do up and down. So you can really hit exactly where you need the lumbar support to be. Now let's get on to my final thoughts of the Secretlab Titan EVO 2022 version. I'm extremely happy with this chair. It is a little bit pricey, but I do think it lives up to what you're paying for in the Secretlab name. And it's probably a chair that will be in my home office and YouTube studio for a long time to come. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on my unboxing and build experience of my Secretlab chair, or just any questions in general with what I experienced with Secretlab, just leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back with you. I want to thank you for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.